Okay, in this chapter, descriptive statistics, we're going to learn about graphing data and how to analyze data, okay, in numerical methods here. Okay, recall in chapter 1, we already learned about two types of data or two types of variables, which are qualitative data and quantitative data. So qualitative data is based on non-numerical data and quantitative data is based on numerical data. So when we have that data, qualitative and quantitative data, how we can analyze and give information from the data given. Okay, so here we have organizing and graphing data as well as we have numerical methods. Okay, so in this video I'm going to show on how to graph qualitative data and quantitative data. Okay, for qualitative data, for example, if we have variables gender, race, religion, and so forth, okay, so we can use frequency distribution, pie chart, bar chart. So bar chart, we have few types of bar chart, either vertical or horizontal, cluster or multiple, component, or also we call it as stack bar chart. So after this, I show you these three types of bar chart, as well as cross tabulation table. So these are graphs or tables that we can use to represent qualitative data. Okay, for quantitative data, for example, salary of a worker, RM 3000, okay, temperature, distance, okay, those quantitative data, so we can use stem and leaf plot, frequency distribution table as well, histogram, frequency polygon, and also ogive. Okay, so ogive also we call it as cumulative frequency curve. Okay, now let's look at for qualitative data first. Okay, these are graphs that we use to describe or to represent qualitative data. So this is frequency distribution table. Okay, for example, here the variable is score. And when you count, for example, number of students who score 1, 2, 3, and so forth, okay? So this one to represent each vertical line represent one frequency equal to 1, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So frequency is 4. So this one how we get 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6, 7, 8, 9, okay? So this is frequency distribution table. And we also have pie chart. Okay, so remember that when we draw pie chart, okay, the thing that we need to label on the slices is the category itself. Category means, for example, here shower, faucet, okay, leaks, toilet. And then the figure that we should put is the percentage for each category, okay, not the degree for each slice. Okay, this is horizontal bar chart, this is vertical bar chart. So when to use horizontal or vertical bar chart, it's up to you. So if you prefer vertical bar chart like this, then you draw vertical bar chart. But in exam, depends on question, okay? If question asks you to draw vertical bar chart, then you draw vertical bar chart. If question does not mention any, so you can draw horizontal acceptable, vertical also acceptable. Okay, then we also have stack bar chart here. Okay, so stack bar chart, if you can see here, in one category or in each category, it has more than one layer. Okay, for example, this one, fiction and non-fiction. Okay, two layers or two categories. That is meant by stack bar chart. Okay, okay. This one, multiple bar chart. So multiple means that in one category, for example, male here, you have another subcategories, okay? So male, for example, this one, drug users, percentage of drug users, and green and purple color. This one got missing label, okay? But in one category, you have another few subcategories, okay? So the one you can use multiple bar chart. Okay, for example, if you have, let's say, program AC and then part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Okay, BM, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Okay, so that one you can use multiple bar chart. Okay, this is graph for quantitative variable. Okay, so when we have quantitative variables, so we can use histogram to represent the graph. So remember that histogram, the difference between bar chart and histogram is histogram, there is no space between each bar. Okay, so this one got space because between 80 to 90, the frequency equal to 0. Okay, so that's why I got space here. Okay, this is cross tabulation table. So cross tabulation table is where we can examine variables simultaneously. Okay, so in this case we have variable age and variable sex or gender. Okay, cross tabulation table. So this one row, this one column. So if you total up each row, row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, you will get 30. And if you total up column 1 and column 2 also, you will get 30. So this one we call it as grand total. This one row total, this one column total. This one grand total. Okay, before that, histogram, okay, we use class boundary. Okay, after this, I explain what is meant by class boundary. Okay, frequency polygon. So frequency polygon also we use class boundary. Later on I show you on how to construct frequency polygon. Okay, so this is on how frequency polygon looks like. Okay, it resembles a polygon here. So this is ogive. So ogive also we use class boundary. Okay, but note that just now as I said before, ogive also called as cumulative frequency. Okay, so remember that when you want to draw ogive, y-axis here you must use cumulative frequency. Okay, this is box and whisker plot. Okay, this is stem and leaf plot. Okay, so later on we see on how to draw this quantitative variable. So in this video, we're going to learn on how to draw these qualitative variables first. Okay, now look at frequency distribution table. Okay, so when we have qualitative data, okay, so how we can summarize our data or put our data in more suitable form. Okay, we can put it into frequency distribution table like this. Okay, so for example here we have variable car model. Okay, so then you can put into frequency distribution table like this. Okay, so for example here Wajah we have 66, Mira 50, Saga 39, Gen 2 25, and total is 180. Okay. Okay, now look at example 2. Construct a frequency distribution table for the type of blood of 21 staff in a company as given below. So this is raw data. Okay, we call it as raw data. Okay, variable type of blood. Okay, so A, B, O, we call it as data values. Okay, so when we have this data, how we can put it into more readable and suitable form? So one way is we can put into frequency distribution table like this. Okay, now let's look at on how we can put this data into frequency distribution table. Okay, first you draw the table. Okay, so here you put the variable. So now here our variable is type of blood. So this is the frequency. Okay, type of blood, data values, we have A, B, O. Okay, so now calculate A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And O, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So total here will be 21. Okay. So total 21. So that's how we put raw data of qualitative variable into frequency distribution table. Okay, now let's look at how to draw pie chart. So pie chart is where a circle that we divide into sectors. Okay, so that sector show the number of objects or percentage of each category or group. Okay, but normally we label the pie chart using percentage. Okay, now look at how to draw pie chart. So the steps that I put here. So identify number of categories. So this one will represent number of slices that will appear in your pie. Then find total for each category. Okay, so total, for example, here we have flowers, we have lavender, roses, lily. So the total will be this one. Okay, and total for all categories. Total for all categories, you total up 86 plus 70 plus 15. Okay, so why we total up? Because we want to find percentage. Okay, to ease labeling on the pie, okay, so that's why I put here convert to nearest whole number. Let's say you get 29.723, okay, so you can run off to 30%, for example. Okay, next step, find the degree for each slice, okay, so convert the percentage from step 3 just now into degree. So how to find the degree? Percentage for each category here multiply by 360, okay. Okay, then draw each sector or each slice using protector. Okay, later on you see example here, example 3, I already show you some calculation. Okay, normally when we represent our data using graph, okay, we are required to give some brief information, okay, or brief explanation. Okay, for example here, okay, this data just now about plants planted by bee farm in 2018 and their profit. So this data is about profit. Okay. Okay, look at how we give comment or brief explanation. Okay, pie chart shows the profit of 3 types of flowers planted at bee farm. We can see that lavender contributed the largest profit, so here, to the farm, which accounted for 50.3%. Okay, for roses and lily, the profit are accounted for 40.9% and 8.8% respectively. So as I said before this, so if you want to round off 8.8 to 9% also no problem. Okay, if you still want to use decimal point, at least you give one up to one decimal point enough. Okay, in giving comment to a chart, okay, at least you compare the highest and lowest. Okay, no need too long comments or too long explanation. At least we compare the highest and lowest. So in a graph, make sure in labeling, okay, your marks will be on title and labeling. Okay, so remember when we draw pie chart, label that we need to put here is the percentage, okay, not the degree of each sector here. Okay, now look at this example on how to draw pie chart. So data below shows the number of students registered at UiTM Shah Alam according to college. Draw a pie chart to represent the data and give a brief comment. Okay, so now we have 4 colleges. Okay, so Melati, Mawar, Jati, Perindu. So how to draw the pie chart? Okay, once you identify the category and total for each category, now find total all categories. Okay, so you total up here 920 plus 800 plus 520 plus 485. So here you will get 2725. Okay, percentage. So how to calculate percentage here? 920 divided by total 2725 times 100. Okay, so this one you will get 33.8%. Okay. So the same step. So for Mawar, if you calculate, you get 29.4%. Jati 19.1 and lastly 17.8%. Okay, so if you total up, it should be 100%. If you get slightly more than 100%, it's okay, okay, because rounding problem. Okay, convert to degree in order to know area for each sector or each slice. So how to convert to degree? Percentage here multiply by 360. So percentage here 33.8% means that 0.338, okay, multiply by 360. So here you will get 1 to 1.68 degree. Mawar, so if you follow the same step, you will get 105.84 degree. Jati 86.76 degree and Perindo 64.08 degree. So if you total out, it will be 360 degree because the circle total degree is 360. Okay, again, if you get slightly more than 360, no problem because rounding adjustment. Okay, how to draw the pie chart? Okay, first, okay, draw a circle. Okay, then draw a horizontal line. Okay, so take your protractor and then you look at the degree for each sector. Okay, so this one I just estimate. Okay, let's say for Melati the degree is 121.68. Okay, so if you take your protractor, so I think 121 is, so from here up to here will be 180, right? So let's say this one I just estimate. Okay, so let's say Melati, I read it as 122 degree. Okay, from here another 32, around 32. Okay. Okay, Mawar, let's say we just put it as 106. So let's say I just estimate somewhere around here. Okay, for Mawar, so Jati 69, let's say around this. Okay, this one I just estimate. Okay, then you put label. Okay, label, make sure you put percentage, okay, not the degree of each sector. So here is Melati. So label Melati. So you label properly. Melati, how many percent just now? 33.8. And then Mawar 29.4. And then this one Jati. And this one Perindo. So Perindo 17.8%. 19.1%. Okay, then don't forget to put title. Okay, so the data just now about number of students registered at UiTM Shah Alam College. So number of students registered at college UiTM Shah Alam. Just put any suitable title, okay? Okay, then you need to give brief comment. Okay, as I said before, you just give, if at least you compare highest and lowest. So here, how you can give a brief comment? Okay, normally brief comment is 1 mark. Okay, based on the pie chart, majority of the students registered at College Melati, which accounted for 33.8%. Okay. However, okay, at least you compare lowest and highest. Only 17.8% of them registered at College Perindo. Okay, just brief explanation or comment. Okay, now let's look at baca. As discussed before, we have three types of bar chart. Okay, the simple bar chart, either horizontal or vertical, and then stack bar chart, and last one is multiple bar chart. Okay, so the important part in drawing bar chart is, okay, so first you must use appropriate scale. Okay, so this one depends on the data given. Okay, then the base of each rectangle should be the same width. Okay, so for example, if first category you use 10 boxes, next category also you use 10 boxes. Okay, then leave space between each category on the horizontal axis in order to distinguish between the categories. Okay, look at this example. Okay, given example 5, given below are data showing the quarterly profit in 1,000 ringgit. So, for example, first quarter here, 30 means that the actual value is 30,000. Okay, for XYZ company for the year 2018. Draw a vertical and horizontal bar chart to represent the quarterly profit and then give a brief comment. So in this video, I'm going to show you on how to draw vertical bar chart. Okay, first you look at the data given, look at the highest and lowest value. Okay, in order to find the appropriate scale. Okay, in this data, so the highest value is 40, lowest is 29. Okay, so maybe you can use scale of 10. Scale of 10 means that when you draw your bar chart, it will be 10, 20, 30, and so forth. If you want to use scale of 5 also, no problem. So when you use small scale, your graph will be bigger. But when you use larger scale, your graph will be smaller. Okay, now I show you how to draw vertical bar chart. So just now look at the highest and lowest value in order to determine the appropriate scale. So normally y-axis is for frequency. So y-axis. So you draw properly on your graph paper, okay? So y will be the profit. And X here represent the quarter. Okay, put any suitable title. For example, here quarterly profit for XYZ company in 2018. Okay, put scale of 10. So example here 10, 20, 30, 40. So make sure your graph paper can fit values of your data. Okay, first bar, quarter 1, so 30. So 30 is here. Okay, you draw properly because this one I'm using drawing tab, so the graph is not nice. So this is first quarter, put label. Okay, second bar 37. Let's say I just estimate around here. So second quarter. Okay, third quarter 40. So you use graph paper, you will get nice graph. So third quarter and last one 29. So let's say around here. So make sure space each bar and width of each bar is the same. So fourth quarter. Okay. So if you want to draw, this is vertical bar chart. If you want to draw horizontal bar chart, then you just change the axis. Okay, then question asks you to give brief comment. Okay, as I said before, give brief comment. At least you compare highest and lowest. So let's say from this graph, okay, we can the graph shows the quarterly profit for XYZ company in 2018. Okay, we can see that the highest profit was recorded during third quarter. Okay, and then the least profit was recorded in fourth quarter with profit of 29,000, for example. Okay, enough brief comment. Okay, now let's look at cluster or multiple bar chart. Okay, so we have quarter here, then under each quarter we want to compare 3 companies. So if you have these types of data, so we can use cluster or multiple bar chart. So again, on how to draw the chart, look at the highest and lowest value in the data. So in this case, the highest value is 57 and lowest value is 16, right? Okay. So you can use scale of 10 or scale of 20. So in this case, because of limited space I got here, so I use scale of 20. So x-axis and y-axis. Okay, I'm going to use scale of 20 here. So you draw on your graph paper nicely. Okay, so here will be the profit. Okay, make sure you label and put title. That one got marks. So here will be the, let's say, okay, this one, you can put either quarter or company. Let's say I want to compare by quarter. So quarter, so the cluster, okay, the cluster will be the company. Okay, scale of 20. Let's say I put here 20, 40, 60. And title, put any suitable title. So let's say I put quarterly profit for companies A, B, C in 2018. Okay, now look at for first quarter, company A is 16, so I just estimate 16 is somewhere around here. And then B 32, so 30 here, 32 somewhere around here. So you draw nicely using your graph paper. And C is 49. Let's say 49 somewhere around here. So this is first cluster, okay? Then you label A, B, C. So this is for first quarter. Okay, second cluster. For second quarter, A is 16. So let's say somewhere around here. So make sure you leave space between next cluster. B 34, let's say somewhere around here. 34. And then 47. 47, somewhere around here. Then label again A, B, C. And last cluster, so make space between cluster. A is 18, for example, around here. And then 37, 37, let's say somewhere around here. And then 57, C. Okay, so that's how we draw cluster or multiple bar chart. Okay, you give brief comment again. You compare least, lowest, and highest. Okay, for example, okay, we can see that based on the bar chart, okay, company C recorded the highest profit during first, second, and third quarter. The highest profit was recorded during third quarter with profit of 57,000 ringgit. However, company A contribute the lowest profit, okay, during first and second quarter with profit of 16,000 ringgit. So enough, just brief comment for 1 mark. Okay, now let's look at stack or component bar chart. Okay, so this bar chart you have more than one layer. So look at the step here. Find total for each category. Calculate the percentage. So why you need to calculate the percentage? If question asks you for percentage component bar chart for every category of respondent. So for stack bar chart, you have two types, either using frequency or another one using percentage. Okay, so note here that if using frequency, your height of each bar will be different. Okay, for example, like this. Okay, this one using frequency. Height of each bar is different. But if you are asked to draw percentage bar chart, okay, percentage stack bar chart, height of each bar will be the same. Okay, why be the same? Because percentage. Okay, so total here will be 100%. So this is percentage stack bar chart. So read the question carefully, either using frequency or percentage. Okay, now look at example 7a. Data below shows a random sample of 60 students and the instruments that they can play. Construct a stack bar chart showing the number of male and female students according to each instrument. So in this case, the x-axis will be the instrument, okay? Because you want to show the number of male and female according to each instrument. So x here will be the instrument. Okay, so for the suitable scale for your graphs, as usual, you find the total for each category. Okay, and then look at lowest and highest value. So in this case, lowest is 26. Sorry, highest 26, lowest is 15. So let's say I use scale of 10. So y-axis, you draw nicely on your graph paper. So don't forget to label and give titles. So x-axis will be the instrument. So you write in full. Y-axis will be number of students. Title, any suitable title. So for example, we put instruments played by student. Okay, I use scale of 10, 10, 20, 30. So here will be drum, trumpet, trombone. Okay, first look at total for each category. Drum, 19. So to ease you, you just draw a line for total of 19. Let's say drum here, 19, somewhere around here. So this one I just estimate. So this is bar for drum. Okay, then look at male. Male is 15. So 15, let's say somewhere around here. So you put some label in order to distinguish between male and female. So 15 from 0 up to here is 15. So means that for male. So balance will be female, another 4. Okay, that's why we use total first. So let's say you put label. Okay, you put label. This one is for female. And with shaded region is for male. Sorry, to change. Female shaded region. And blank region is for male. Okay. Okay. Trumpet total 15. So let's say 15 here. Trumpet. So you draw a line for total first. And then male is 10. 10 is here. So balance will be for female. So female is another 5. So balance here will be 5. And then last one for trombone, total 26. Let's say 26 somewhere around here. You draw nicely, okay? This one I am using drawing pad. Okay, male 20 here. So balance will be female. Okay, so that's how we draw stack bar chart. Okay, what if you want to draw stack bar chart? Okay, by comparing male and female. Each bar will have 3 layers. Okay, for drums, trumpet, and trombone. So similarly, you find total for each category. Okay, let me show you on how to draw stack bar chart if you want to compare by gender. Okay, first find total for male. So this one 20, 10, 30, 45. So total 45, female 15. So let's say I use scale of 20. So here will be gender. Here will be as usual number of students. Then put suitable title, okay? Okay, let's say I use scale of 20, 20, 40, 60. Okay, this is for male, this is for female. Okay, how to draw? Okay, you draw line for 45. Okay, male 45. Let's say 45 somewhere around here. Okay, how to draw the layers? Okay, look at now. Drum is 15. Let's say 15 is somewhere around here. 15. Okay, this is drum. Okay, then put label. This is drum. Okay. And for trumpet, maybe blank. And trombone, maybe you put dot. Okay, trumpet, trombone. Okay, trumpet now 10. So from this line, okay, up to which level is 10 unit. Okay, so to ease you, you just use cumulative frequency. 15 plus 10 equal to 25. Okay, so you read where is 25. So let's say 25 is here. Okay, so this area, blank area will be for trumpet. So balance will be trombone. Okay, so similarly for female, so you draw a line for total first, 15. So 15, let's say here. Okay, drums 4. So 4, let's say here drum. This one I just estimate. Okay, then use cumulative frequency. So 4 plus 5, 9. So let's say 9 around here. So balance is for, blank area is for trumpet. So balance here will be trombone. Okay, that's how you draw the stack bar chart. Okay, now let's look at on how to draw the percentage stack bar chart. Okay, so percentage stack bar chart, height of each bar will be the same because total will be 100%. So how to draw? Okay, using the same example. Okay, draw a stack bar chart showing the percentage of male and female students according to each instrument based on previous example. Okay, so here you need to calculate percentage of each category first. Okay, so just now drum is 15, male drum 15, so 15 for total 19. 10 here just now, 5, 20 and 6. So here total 15, total, sorry, 60, 6, 15, 26. Okay, find the percentage. So 15 over 19 times 100. Okay, if you calculate this one, you will get 79%. So just round off to nearest number. So here will be 23%. Okay, total must be 100. This one, 67. So here will be 33. Sorry, 33%. So this one, 77. So here will be 23%. Sorry, this one is 21%. Okay. So if percentage bar chart, total must be 100%. Okay, so you use scale of, let's say this one, I use scale of 20. If you want to use scale of 10 also, no problem. Okay, this one I got limited space, so I use scale of 20. So here will be number of students, instrument. So we have drum, trumpet, trombone. Okay, ini suitable title. Percentage baca, or you just put instrument played by student. Okay, total must be 100% because percentage. Okay, drums as usual, draw line for 100%. Okay, 100. So still percentage, trumpet also will be 100. And trombone also will be 100. So make sure space between bar is about the same, okay? Because this one I just estimate. Okay, male 79%, 79, let's say around here. And balance will be female. So blank is male, shaded region, female. Okay, then trumpet 67, 67, let's say around here. So balance will be female. 77, next trombone 67 here. So balance here is for female. Okay, so percentage bar chart, height of each bar must be the same, but if you are using frequency, so height of each bar here will be different according to the frequency. Okay, last one for qualitative variable, cross tabulation table. Okay, cross tabulation table is also known as cross classification or 2 by 2 table. 2 by 2 table means that you have 2 rows and 2 columns. Okay, like this. Means that 2 by 2 table. If you have 2 rows and 3 columns like this, so this one will be 2 by 3 table. Okay, if you look at example 8, okay, we have data about, okay, here a car manufacturer might be interested to know whether color preference for a car is independent of gender. So this contingency table, okay, so the other name also we can call it as contingency table, okay. So this table shows that men prefer white cars while women prefer black cars. Okay, so means that you look at male highest is for white. Okay, but female highest is black. Okay, so this is you make some comments, brief comment. Okay, in addition, we also can conclude that men dislike black cars. Dislike means that you look at lowest. Okay, male lowest is 5, while women dislike red car, lowest in female. So that's how we can use cross tabulation table or contingency table to describe or to represent our qualitative data here. Okay, now look at example 9. So in this example, a situation is given to you. Okay, you are required to identify the variables and the frequency according to each category. Okay, let's look at this example. The survey finds that from a total of 155 respondents taken randomly from a housing park, 65 are male respondents, and from these male respondents, 25 are unmarried respondents. So up to this sentence, we know that total is 155. 65 are males. 65 are males. That means that our first variable here will be gender. Okay. So we have male, we have female. So 65 are male respondents. So male 65. From these male respondents, 25 are unmarried. So we know that 25 are unmarried. So we have another variable here. So if unmarried, so the variable will be marital status. So if we have unmarried, later on we will have married. Okay. Male, female. So unmarried, the pair is married. Okay, from the survey, there are 92 married respondents. Construct a 2 by 2 table for the above information. 2 by 2 means that we have, for each variable, we have two categories. Male, female, 1, 2. Marital status, unmarried, married, 1, 2. Okay. How many percent of the female respondent out of the total respondents are married? So this one based on the table that we need to construct. Okay. Construct the table. Okay, you prepare a table like this. So it doesn't matter you want to put row for gender or column for gender, doesn't matter. Okay, as long as the frequency is correct. Okay, let's say here I put gender and here is marital status. So marital status we have unmarried. This one married. This one for total. This one also for total. So gender we have male, female. Okay, from the information, okay, total of 155 respondents. So total, grand total here will be 155. 65 are male respondent. Okay, male here total 65. From this male respondent, 25 are unmarried. So male unmarried is 25. From the survey, there are 92 married respondents. So married 92. Total, okay, total for married. Okay, now how to fill in the rest of the values. So now first we can find male who are married. So how to find this value? 65 minus 25, so we get 40. So once we get this value, we can find married female who are married. So 92 minus 40 is 52. Okay, what else? Okay, then we can find total for female here. Okay, so 155 minus 65 is 90. So total for female is 90. Okay, now we can find female who are unmarried here. So 90 minus 52 is 38. Okay, now we can find total of unmarried respondents. So 38 plus 25 is 63. So when you total up 63 plus 92, you should get 155. And 65 plus 90 also you should get 155. So this one we call it as grand total. Okay, from the question just now, okay, it asks you how many percent female respondents out of the total respondents are married. So look for female who are married. Female married. So total is 52. So how to answer this question? How many percent? I put answer here. So total female married is 52, up from total 155. So how to calculate percentage? Multiply by 100. So this one you should get how many percent? 52 over 155 times 100, 33.5%. Okay. So that is cross tabulation table, or also we call it as contingency table.